Hello, you're watching Wodda TV and guitarist. It's time to get daft, it's time to get punky as I teach you their electronic classic, Aerodynamic. Okay, so the main head of this song goes like this. As you can hear from that, the riffing is mainly just like power chords in the background, and then you've kind of got a bit of a pentatonic solo going over the top. So the rhythm guitar for that, it's kind of got a bit of a robot-y sort of effect going on. I've not really got any robot effects, so for this lesson I'm just going to be using the wah. So, as I said, the rhythm guitar really is just power chords consisting of F sharp, B, A and B for the first bit. Play that slowly for you. Then you go from F sharp to G, and then to E. So all together, slowly, you've got this. Then at full speed, you've kind of got this. So that's pretty easy enough, it's just all downstrokes as well. On top of that then, you've kind of got this pentatonic sort of lick that's going on in B minor. Again, I'm not really going to show you how to play this exactly. You should be able, if you eat the pentatonic scale for breakfast, you should pretty much be able to work this out. And so that goes like this. Start off with that, playing that lick 3 times. Then the lick that you've got after that, you've kind of got, so all together you've got this. Play that a bit slowly for you. Kinda advise playing that with the rhythm pickup on the guitar, and then when you do the rhythm guitar, use the treble pickup for that. Okay, so the main solo goes like this. Okay, so the main reason that I'm kind of teaching this today is because, one, obviously it sounds really cool, and secondly, it kind of works as a great warm-up for alternate picking, as you're just picking across 2 strings instead of just doing a run or whatever as usual. I think it kind of sounds sort of Van Halen, but instead of tapping, you're obviously picking, so I think it sounds great. So I'm going to show you how to play this. It's basically one pattern that is repeated all over the fretboard. Okay, so with the first pattern, you're going to start off with a downstroke on the 9th fret of the A, an upstroke on the 12th fret of the D string with your 3rd finger, then a downstroke on the 9th fret of the A again with your 1st finger, then with your pinky you're going to do an upstroke on the 14th fret of the A, and then you're going to do a downstroke on the 9th fret of the A again. And you're going to play this 4 times. Each pattern that you play with this, you're going to play it 4 times. And so at a slow tempo, it should sound like this. Now, also have a little bit of distortion added to the sound as well, but not too much gain, maybe at about 4 or 5. Okay, so that's the first pattern. The second pattern, you're then going to move your 1st finger to the 11th fret of the A string, while the 2nd finger is still going to be playing the 12th fret of the D, and the pinky is still going to be playing the 14th fret of the A. So you've now got this pattern 4 times. So at full speed so far, you've got this. After that, you're then going to move the next pattern to the 9th fret of the D string, and you're going to be placing your 3rd finger to play the 12th fret of the G and your pinky to play the 14th fret of the D. So again, same sort of pattern on those frets as I've just mentioned, and you're going to do this. Which outlines an E minor triad. So altogether you got this. And then the last pattern of that part of the fretboard, you're then going to move your 1st finger down to the 7th fret of the D string, with your 2nd finger playing the 9th fret of the G and your pinky playing the 11th fret of the D. So you've got this. So you've got. So that's the first pattern. You just play that sequence once, and then the rest of the patterns that you're going to play for the rest of the song go like this. You're going to start off with your 1st finger on the 7th fret of the B string, your 3rd finger playing the 10th fret of the high E string, and your pinky playing the 12th fret of the B string. So you've got this. Now you might find with all of these patterns that, well, with some of these patterns, that they can be quite a bit of a stretch. So, you know, try and keep your thumb behind the neck at all times to help with this. So next pattern, you've got that on the 7th fret. This next pattern that you're going to do, these next group of patterns that you're playing, they're basically like the first group of patterns, but it's going to be an octave above. So again, with the next pattern after this, you're going to move your 1st finger to G sharp, which is going to be placed on the 9th fret of the B string, while your 2nd finger is still playing the 10th fret of the high E, and your pinky is still playing the 12th fret of the B. So you've then got this. So you've got. Next pattern, you're then going to move your 1st finger to the 12th fret of the B, your 3rd finger to the 15th fret of the high E, and your pinky to the 17th fret of the B. After that next and final pattern, you're then going to move your 1st finger to the 10th fret of the B, your 3rd finger to the 12th fret of the high E, and your pinky to the 14th fret of the B. So you've got this. So playing those group of patterns an octave above, you've got this. Play that again. So altogether, you've got this. So I admit, when I get to the top part, the high octave patterns, I kind of struggle with keeping my thumb beyond the neck, but that's just my thing. I mean, just do what's comfortable with you, I suppose. So from listening to the track as well, you can hear that this solo has kind of got a bit of a wah effect going on. Now, I mean, I've spent a bit of time trying to emulate it exactly to the track. To kind of get it exactly to the track, you want to be playing with the bridge pickup with this at all times, and maybe turning the tone knob down to about in between maybe 4 and 5. And then you kind of switch the wah on, and you kind of want to keep playing maybe the first note, like the F sharp for example, until it's kind of not so fuzzy, so it's got a bit of treble on it. So about there. and then you should pretty much have kind of the sound for the track. So make sure you play all of those patterns with alternate picking across the strings, and that is it for today's lesson. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you soon for more lessons.